Loïc, guys, he made a Bade decision in January, and now he wants to join the Villa. I mean, you're not getting that type of introduction anywhere else, guys. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer news, links, rumours, noise, murmurings, incomings, outgoings, bad introductions. And if you are new around here, make sure you are subscribing. Get on the journey with us. Let's try and have an influx of new subscribers over the weekend. Some of you are watching that aren't subscribed, so if you can hit that subscribe button, helps me out massively. And yeah, get on the journey with us over the course of the summer, pre-season, and geared up ready for the brand new season in the Premier League and Europa Conference League. Hit that like button and comment your thoughts. Most importantly, in the comment section, we've built a real good community where everybody chats and discusses things and talks to each other, so it's really good. So yeah, Loïc Bade linked again with Aston Villa. Now, there's a couple of things with this that's really interesting. Number one, we're backing for him. Now, that's really important for me because it shows that he was high on our agenda. He's high on Monchi's list. He's high on Emery's list, and we want him. You know, I think sometimes one of the worst things can be from the outside is that you're linked with a player heavily, you can't get a deal done for whatever reason, and then the player's still available the next time and you don't go back in for him. And it's a bit like, well, if you really wanted him that much, why are you not back in for him? So the fact that we're back in for him shows me that he's top on our list of somebody to play on that right-hand side of the defence, alongside Konsa or when Konsa's not playing. So that's really, really good. I think the big thing that I imagine, and this generally happens a lot, is that when someone turns us down, you generally get, nah, you've turned us down once. I'm not having it. Nah, not having you. If you don't turn Villa down, like, but it don't work like that, does it? I mean, the fact that it was in January, he'd have to up sticks and leave, move different countries. He's a French national, he's a national player. So, he's very difficult sometimes to get these deals done. So fair play to him. He showed loyalty to his club, which again is good. So I think the fact that now he's probably looked at Villa more from the outside and thought, big club, big Champions League nights, have got something about them. Great manager, really good coaching. I can improve. I'm now part of the French national side. Maybe he feels like his feet are in there a little bit more now. He's a bit more comfortable. World Cup coming up. We've shown that we've got players that play for the French national side in Digne. So, again, the eyes of the national side are on Aston Villa. So, I think it's just really good scenario that we are backing for him. Now, talking about the actual player, he's somebody who would dramatically improve Villa. Yesterday's episode, we sort of had a look at the whole squad and what we need, and we're crying out for this player to play on this right-hand side as cover, as a starter, as somebody that can just, occupy two players in one position, and also attributes of him that we're crying out for. We're absolutely crying out for attributes that Loïc Bade's got. So the rumour is coming from a news outlet. And if we try and translate this article, which we can see Aston Villa continues to prioritise the signing of Loïc Bade. It talks about that two key players can leave. Leverkusen are in for him as well, who literally seem to be in every single. They seem to be in for every single player that we're in for. That's how it always feels at the minute, anyway. So Leverkusen, etc., are in for him. So we hear now that Seville has been able to learn Aston Villa continues to prioritise the hiring of civilian after his refusal to land Birmingham last winter. Monchi presented an offer in January, but it was Bade himself who did not want to leave, at least at that time. However, the centre is more willing to leave this summer and continue to grow and playing in Europe next season, and even more so by the hand of the sports director who brought him to the Spanish capital. So that's talking about Monchi and Bade. Monchi bought Bade to Seville as well. And of course, the French international does not want to leave Seville without making sure that he has an important role in the team. This issue, what creates doubt for the Frenchman when signing for a team led by Unai Emery, and it is that the starting right of Konsa, and there is no prospect that Bade will arrive or overtake him. Well, that's a Bade problem. That's a Bade problem there, because it's down to you to dislodge Konsa. But as always, it's not as, what's the saying? Cut and dry. Is that what they say? It's not just like that. There's different ways in which this Villa system can evolve. We could see something different next season. Now, I'm just going to clear my tactical pad for a second, and I'm going to put a player in on the tactical pad. Now, we're gonna add Bade to the tactical pad. Bear with me, guys. Sometimes when I do these episodes, things pop in my head while I'm actually doing it. So that's what's happened right there. So something's popped in my head. So what can we see here? So we're going to get rid of right back, and we are going to get rid of left back. We are going to put Maatsen in. Bear with, I've had a vision. Maatsen, and we're going to put Bade in. Right, where is he? There we go. So, not saying Konsa at right back. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that we could look more like this. We could look something like this. Now, with three centre halves, Unai Emery trialled this before. And this is something that I think we could look to go into. Three solid outright centre halves and playing with not wing backs, but a winger. Then what this would enable us to do is sign a winger who stays high and wide on the right, a winger high and wide on the left, three solid centre halves. Maatsen can invert from left back into that central midfield area. Tielemans can then go and make up that forward line, and Villa transition into this shape quicker and easier. This is something that I think we could see. Could swap them round like that, could look like that. But three centre halves, you're not asking whoever plays here to be a right back, but this is just something and an idea and a system tweak that we could possibly see with the signing of Bade and getting them both in the same team. Now, that's down to Unai Emery to decide, not me. But that's just an option. And I think sometimes it's not all about just seeing a player and going, that's where you're going. That's who you're replacing. Sometimes something a little bit quirky can mold and merge into a position or a situation. So we went big on Bade in January. We had a look at a lot of his stats. So let's kind of have a look and have a refresh of what he's been up to. So 25 years of age, great age. Remember, he was meant to be replacing Van Dijk if he left. His market value was at 29. Strengths, positioning, tackling, ground duels. Defending rated 80. Played for France against Germany, got a 7.6 rating, so he's doing really well on his international duties. Predominantly plays on that right-hand side, but note that he can play central as well. So when I was showing you just about, he could be quite comfortable playing in the middle of a three. So that's something that he can do, but he can play on that right-hand side as well. He played 32 games, started 31, scored 1 goal. He got 1 assist. Passing accuracy, 86, 94 in his own half, 66 in the opposition. 8 clean sheets, 4.3 ball recoveries, 1.5 tackles per game, 5 clearances per game. We've got 89% successful dribbles, and this is the big one. 65% total duels, 63 ground duels, and 68 aerials. Those are the attributes that he's bringing to this Villa side. Stand-up defending, one-on-one, so solid, so strong. Reads the game really well, can step out from defence, can ping balls galore. So you've got power on the left, bar down the right, pinging, zipping, lofting, chipping, driving, got it all. And he's just a player that's just aerially very dominant. And again, we're not that dominant in the air. So all of his attributes of being physical improve Aston Villa dramatically. So if we have a little look at some of his other really standout numbers, here we can see something that pops out to me. So we've got passes attempted long, 10.29. Passes completed long, 5.50. So those stats are very good indeed. Possession is good. Take-ons attempted, very good, set 0.74. Successful take-on percentage, 77.3. So that sort of step aerials, 2.18. Percentage, 68.4. Ball recoveries, very good. So he's a solid defender who has got attributes that improve Villa. Total passing distance, really good. So I'm excited by this one. I was excited in January, and I'm excited again. So Bade to Villa, sign him up, get him in, and let's see what happens. We've got another rumour, and it's coming from Danielle Longo, and it is saying that Villa are interested in Javi Guerra from Valencia. Now, we know that Monchi has been watching Valencia, and we all thought, he's watching Barrenechea. Maybe not. Maybe Monchi has been watching Guerra, and Guerra is a very exciting player who is a little bit different to what we've got. He's not like Kamara and he's not like Tielemans. He's a bit in between. He can play in a 6, in an 8, and in a 10. So very versatile. But what he does, he covers a lot of ground. He covers the pitch well. He's got an eye for a pass. He can dribble. He can take on. He can drive forward. He can tackle. He can do the defensive work really well. So he's a player that's got a bit of everything and something a bit different to what we currently have in this Villa side. He predominantly can play on that left-hand side as well. So it feels a bit left-hand side Villa system signing, which is good, but more of the Jacob Ramsey role, not as a left-sided winger role. So if we have a look at his player profile, we can see that he's 22 years of age, market value 21 million, right-footed. And we can see from his heat map that what I'm talking about, that he can do a bit of everything. He can do the Tielemans role, the Kamara role, his own role, covers a lot of ground. Quite press resistant, likes to press, likes to engage, likes to get into different areas on the pitch rather than just hone in on his own zone. He played 36 games, started 31, scored 3 goals, and he got 3 assists. Passing accuracy 80%, own half 90, opposition 71. We can see he had 4.7 ball recoveries per game, 1.3 clearances, 1.4 tackles per game. We had Successful dribbles 39%, duels 42, ground duels 41, and aerials 49, which is decent. He's winning half of his aerials. Hair watch, got a great head of hair. You got a Sylvester Stallone look about him as well, but got a great head of hair there. So if we have a little look at his scouting report, then it's quite green, guys, which is what you like to see. So progressive carries 1.74, progressive passes 4.78, progressive passes received 2.93, and we've got more green down here. So ball switches, we're in the 77 percentile, switches 0.38, crosses 1.57, shot creating actions 2.58, successful take-ons 0.17, that's the 91 percentile. We've got goal creating actions in shots, and that's at 96 percentile. Take-ons attempted, he's in the 93 percentile. Where it's successful take-ons, he's got 1.01, it's in the 83 percentile. Carries into the penalty area, 0.45, which is good. So ball dribbling, carrying is in the 91 percentile. Progressive carries, 1.74. So that's something that we like to see from our left-hand sided player when they do play in that sort of midfield left role. So again, a really good player. I think the market value is around 20-ish million. This one would be for a replacement, in my opinion. When Monchi did his radio interview, he spoke about midfield being quite stacked for Villa and him having to have a look at Barrenechea. Now, if we replace Barrenechea with Guerra, that makes a bit of sense. But for me, someone would have to leave for us to sign Guerra. We're too stacked in midfield. So this would be someone leaving, signing, I think. So Transfer Hub today, 2 rumours, which is great to start the day. So if you are watching and you're enjoying, make sure you are subscribing, smash the likes, comment your thoughts, get involved, get on the journey. Up the Villa. By the way, we scouted these 2 players last night when we was currently in the trenches with Margot. So when we're in the trenches and we're up in the early hours, this is what I'm doing. Rerunning, refreshing and scouting these players even more. So big up the Margot, up the Villa.